Psalm to be. Say, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Help me. Hear this. Moment the help of God is cast in a being's life, the life has become useless. Say, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Help me. Whenever God decides to help a man, he ends the same. Say, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Help me. Help me. It takes the help of God to cancel the program by help. Say, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Help me. Help me. Praise God. Hallelujah. Have your seat. I want you to know that the help of God is a necessity. The help of God is a necessity. I'll be talking on the help of God really as we go on, as we are on already. The help of God is a daily necessity for man and with man. The help of God. The help. Number one, you need to pray for God to help you in bridling your tongue. You need to pray for God to help you in bridling your tongue. Hear this. If it doesn't help you in bridling your tongue can bring a complete destruction to your life. In case you're not aware, there are people, there are certain persons and persons you're not meant to tell your problem. There are certain kind of person you're not meant to open up your secrets. Proverbs said, he that keepeth his tongue keeps his life. Are you aware that your tongue has so much to do with your life? The Bible said, the book of Proverbs said, it is a little member in the body that have the capacity, ability controlling the entire body. It is not what the enemy has planned that really matters. It's about God helping you in various areas in life. Lord, help me to keep my tongue. Growing up as a little young man, I discovered that one of the areas God has helped me and still demanding for his help is to maintain, to keep my tongue. Your tongue has so much to do with your life. Many persons today, life has nothing to write about, not because
what have you been saying with your tongue? Who have you used your tongue to open up private issues of your life to? There are issues that has to do with you. They are actually private issues. Don't open your mouth. One of the reasons I have suffered so much, I have gone through a lot. I've gone through pains. When I talk about pains, I've gone through pains. I've gone through pains in ministry. I've gone through pains in marriage. I've gone through pains financially. I've gone through pains in different areas in life. And as I sat back and began to reevaluate my life again, as I sat back, I began to recheck my life again, because I don't want the continuation of abnormalities to be there in my life. I check again and check again, and I discover that 89-90% of the reason why I went through the things I went through was because my tongue confided on the wrong persons. I discover that I need to do more of working on my tongues. Can I tell the truth this morning? Want to hear truth? It's a prophetic hour. And you need prophetic words to make your life colorful. What is in your tongue? Who has your tongue exposed things to? About this character in the Bible called Samson. Samson messed up and died the way he died if his tongue never releases the secret. No wonder Deuteronomy 29:29, God said the secret things belongeth unto him. Even God, our maker, is careful of his tongue. Tongue. Do you know there are people I have innocently called babe? Innocently, I've called them babe. If you're conversant with me, I just, babe, how are you? Even my daughter, my biological daughter, I call her babe. But there are people I have innocently called babe. They have interpreted my word to something different. It's not about how innocent I am. It's about allowing what shouldn't come out from my mouth, no matter how my innocent may be. Because there are words you must check before you say. Not because you are evil, not because of anything, but because of you and where you're going. There are people that don't say, I love you, I love you. Knowing very well that the word love in trueness strengthens. When people you think believe in you and they said, I love you, and I believe in you. That is to encourage them. That is to help them. But do you know, even in that positivity, you must be careful. Say, oh Lord, help me. We all need the help of God, not to end the way Satan has designed it. If God doesn't help you, I was talking with somebody this morning. He won a contract in running a team. Not less than 20-30 million comes in every month. He brought in somebody that just paid peanuts, about 40 million thereabout, in facilitating the contract. The contract was written in his own company name. The person went in and brought other accounts where money is paid to, not on the two accounts they have for the organization. The person went and brought POS, his own POS, and money is paid to. So for about 17 months or 19 months, he has run a business and is not making it, and there is so much growth in the business financially. He called his partner. He said, can you give your account details? Let's come to accountability. Let's balance things and know what we are doing. Because every day you don't say, this is what entered, this is what entered. Okay, I'm not doubting you, but I've come to the point, let's give details of your account. Let's know what we are dealing with. That was the only thing he demanded. As I speak to you now, they have done so much evil to end him. This morning we're talking, he didn't know. They went from the back, went to court to have a judgment against him, not on this area he's fighting for, on another allegation. And when police catch him, they are sending him to prison direct. And right way around, the judge just felt, no, they should also hear from the one being given allegation to. It's on that account yesterday, somebody that has to do, that is a voice in the country, had it, witnessed something, and followed him. Help. The person's presence changed the whole issues. That was when they now asked him what happened. They said, what happened? He said, when he opened up and they brought all the documents and brought the facts, the police, the security agent folded their hands and said, what? That means we have been working against a man that is 100% innocent. Why? Money has been given to them to sweet talk their brain. Now, if he would have gone there himself, they would have messed him up. But because God sent him somebody that is a figure in society that went with him. So then I said, if this man will come with this man, we know this man as a straightforward man and is a voice in Nigeria. He has climbed to the office of #1 in security field. So if this man will leave all his tight schedule to come with this man and sat and is not talking, then we should listen well. It was at that point. They are now the people that have arranged to sentence, to take a man to prison yard. That one got the job and he has not done the evil. And the one that is even carrying it on his head happens to be his own in-law that he brought. Come and follow me, chop. Can I talk to you? When we talk about help, you must need to understand what it means to be helped by God. Because God has to help you by giving you relevant people to stand with you by helping you. Like I'm talking now, I'm also aware there is a plan on the 14th of May, on my birthday, to carry out certain acts. I am aware, revelationally I'm aware. And you can't expect me to fold my hands and legs. When God help you, what you talk about, God reviewed a thing before the time. It's helping. It's helping you. It's revealing it before it happened. It is called help, divine help. If not that the man followed him. Now the people went to the other side of security, say they want to withdraw it and settle peace. So the security people said, no, we don't withdraw a matter that is an allegation of life. You said that this man is threatening your life, brought this to kill you, and etc. You have written it. We have it. Let's follow it to the end. Why? They have seen that he has gained help. Say, oh Lord, help me. Do you know how many persons that have sat down? They've begun to devise a medium in destroying you. You don't understand. If you go to Jeremiah 18 from verse 18, he said, let us devise devices against Jeremiah. Let us smite him with our tongue. Let us make the people not to give him a listening ear. Then Jeremiah went to God and said, help me, oh. Help me by showing them that you're my helper. If God doesn't help you, forget it. Say, oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
Help me.
help me.
Wise men ask for divine help by mercy of God. Help me. There is so too much conspiracy against you. There is too much plan against you. There is too much evil being arranged against you. You only need God to help you. Say, oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
Help me.
help me.
It is not how nice you are. It is not how good you are. It's not how kind you are. Don't rely on your niceness. Don't just rely on your goodness. Don't rely on your softness. It is good to be good. It is good to be nice. It is good to be truthful. But those things are not your helper. They can be used to help you. Lord, help me. If I tell you some of my personal experiences, I go to my closet and I'm weeping, I'm crying. Can this be true? How come? Can this be true? What they have said it is it truth? Somebody sometime went to someone and said, I travel abroad in South Africa and etc. And they saw me with this, saw me doing this. And the person was like, and the person, they said it to several persons. Meanwhile, this man has never left the shore of this country. By divine instruction. Had the opportunity of traveling around the world? No. But too many things have been said. And say, oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
Help me.
help me.
Do you know, many times, those that will have helped you, somebody went and poisoned their mind. And for whatever reason, they have believed what was said against you. So they push you far from them. They are living with the lies against you and treating you the way they are treating you. If God does not help you by making their lie known, you can live all through your life not helped by the one that should have helped you heavily. Some time ago, a man did so much evil against a lady. And this lady had an elder brother of the same mother, the same father. He was heavily rich. Heavily rich. He can enter against him. He hated the sister until the sister died. Died of an illness which the brother has more than enough in helping her not to have died. Has 2 children, never wanted to see the 2. Has ghosts, a spirit began tormenting the man. And the man one day was shouting and crying out. And the man was living with this cream and began to confess. He now was confessing and said that the things he said against her were all lies. And mentioned the people that united with him in saying those things. The brother cried and cried and cried. I want to believe up to date he has never been able to forgive himself. He said, why did I have to even believe in the lie? And the man said that he believed them was not just like that they also visited certain shrines in Yoruba land. And those shrines powers were sent to have work on his mind in believing them. And the shrine put something in their tongue. When you were saying it, everything they were saying in the mind of the man is 100% true. So he lived like that with his own elder sister, with his own blood sister, for years and never helped her. She died in pain. She died in misery. She died with thick frustration. She have died and gone. Now he's trying to make amends by helping the children. But the point there is that the lies that was said against her has deprived her helper, helping her. Do you know the things that have been said against you that you have not even heard? And many times the people or the person that said it is so close and seems to be still close. Say, oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
I am before you today.
I am before you today.
Help me.
Help me.
The help needed for life not to end in shame. You can be a seer. You can be a prophet. Like as fire. Can I tell you the truth? With all the gifts and giftings of God in your life, take away the help of God, they are useless. Say, oh Lord, help me. Help me that my enemies will not rejoice over me. Help me that the expectations of those that made themselves my enemies will not become a reality. Help me. Somebody said, his own is finished. Oh Lord, help me that that word will not become a reality. Whenever God helps a man, whether male or female, it changes the story. It's not about what you don't have. It's about the God of help. It's not about what you don't have. Listen again. It is about the God of help. If God helps you, it changes the story. Do you know that as we are talking right now, millions, what into 50, 60, 100, and 100 and something million can enter your account by the help of God. Oh Lord, help me. Both the rich, both the wealthy, both the pauper, all need help. So help is not only for the poor. As long as everybody is living, everybody is a needy. We all are in need of one thing or the other. We all are in need of one thing or the other. And God is the true helper of him that is in need. Say, oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
In this very day.
In this very day.
Help me.
Help me.
How many of you know today's date? Huh? What number? Today is what? 4th. 4 is a number of balance. It is actually the help of God. It is actually the help of God that makes a person's life balance, which is 4. When God helps you, he balances your life. Somebody said to me the other day, he said, you're looking more younger, more finer. And I said, I'm not yet an old man. I'm very young. Though I was looking far older than my age before. He said, now you're looking young. And you're looking fresh. And you're looking trim. Yes, that I said, I've been into deep fasting. But the truth is that it is nothing than the divine help. When God helps you, when God helps you, when God helps you, whenever God helps a person, he changes the story.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that somebody can conclude you and suddenly God helped you?
Yes, sir.
The help of God disappoints the conclusions of men. Lord, help me. Help me not to be arrogant. Help me not to be an ingrate. Help me not to be a rapid talker. Help me not to confide on the true enemy against my life. Help me. Whenever God helps a being, he changes the story of the being. Do you know you can be living somewhere that is a reason of your calamity? And if they leave you, you will live there for 30 years. But one of the ways God helps, God can speak through a person or speak through a people in diverse ways. Pack out from there. Pack out from there. What does that mean? God is only helping you. Even when God has said pack out, you still go to God and say, the money to pack out seems to be a challenge. Help me with resources. Just make sure when you are asking for that help, for him to help you with resources, moment the money comes, don't divert it to something different. Make sure you pack. Don't say, I'm expecting a bigger one coming. Let me use this one for this, and I will use that. No, make sure you pack. Whenever God helps a person, it changes the story of the person. Say, oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
Help me.
help me.
It doesn't matter what you're suffering right now. It doesn't matter what your life looks like right now. What really matters is God helping you in the midst of it all.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter who is laughing at you. It doesn't matter who is mocking you. It doesn't matter who said, without him you cannot become anything. Can I tell you? Should I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
If God helps you, the person is irrelevant.
Yes, sir.
Say, oh Lord,
Oh Lord,
my maker,
my maker,
help me.
help me.
God does not need to help you because you're perfect. He needs to help you because you ask for his help and he chooses to help you. Say, oh Lord,
Oh Lord,
help me.
help me.
I love kids a lot. I'm a lover of children from growing up. A time came in my life. The way I love children, I thought I got married, I would start having children. I never had anyone till 10 years after. 10 years after I had one. And she meant so much to me. And suddenly, about a year, 2 years, they took her away from me. They brought me into another depth of emptiness. But one thing I never fail asking, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Lord, help me. I can tell you today, happily and joyfully, I am enjoying divine help. She woke up this morning and said, Daddy, I love you. And Daddy, I told God to help you. I said, thank you. Whenever God helps a person, he changes the story of the person. There are people that have their expectations against your life. God has to help you by frustrating them for the expectation not to be a reality. Somebody has concluded you, this is how you will end. And it look as if at one point in time your end is pointing towards that direction. But when God steps in to help you, it changes the whole thing completely. Lord, help me. I need your help to go out from the lack. I need your help not to be a failure. Lord, help me. I don't know who is listening to me right now from wherever you're listening from. But know one thing for sure. Whenever God helps a man, it changes the story and the status of the being. Right now, you might not have up to 3,000 naira, 5,000 naira with you. The children needs are before you. Bills are before you to pay. Parents is there. Family members have the expectation and desire from you. But you are facing your own and you are asking, when will this phase end? The phase will end moment you are helped. Moment you are helped, that phase will end. Don't kill yourself for any challenge. There is a God that always helps when you ask of help. I have been helped severally. And God will not stop helping. The Lord God can give you an heavy duty anointing of His. That doesn't stop you from asking for His help. He said, I have given thee, I've given you people this land, but contend with them in what? In battle. Yes, He has given Israel the land, but He told them you have to fight for it. I have given it to you, but contend with them. In the place of contending, you need the help of God in bringing the enemies to their knees. Yes, you have been given it to by Him, but you need His help to occupy it, to possess it. The help of God is what changes the frustration of man against man. Is there anyone here, in one way or the other, there is an area in your life that seems to be empty? You need the help of God? In the next few minutes, we are going to be crying to Him, help me. In this month of divine help, hear this. Where your nakedness will have been public, He will help you and wear you clothes. Say, oh Lord, help me. I have never seen anyone God helped that end in shame. How many of you know that Samson releases the secret of his life that he ought not to release? Are you aware?
Yes, sir.
And they capture him and pluck out his eyes. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And cut his hair. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But Samson still asks for help. Even when his sight has been removed, his glory has been tampered, he still asks for help. Even at that state, God still helped him. I don't know if somebody understands. Oh Lord, help me. Samson has been concluded a goner, and the enemies were making jest of him. When they were laughing at him, Samson knew what to ask. He knew that it is not about the jest they are making at me now. It's about me knowing what to ask of. I will ask for help. He said, Father, help me. Help me with the strength needed, that I may prove that you are God. The only side Samson missed it, he made up his mind to die with them. I want to believe if Samson will have asked God, help me that here will collapse, let every one of them die minus me, God will have helped him to preserve him. Say, oh Lord,
Oh Lord,
help me.
help me.
God can't help you, and your mockers will still continue to mock you. You know why many people have too many problems in life and look as if the problem is not dying off? Should I tell you? You have the time to reply your accusers. You have the time to challenge your opposition. You have the time to talk back to your enemies, but you have never created at the time to ask God for help. They can post things against you in social media. You now have the time to reply them in social media. They can tell somebody you are this. You now have the time to disprove what they have said. But you don't have the time to ask God the same time, the same energy you use in replying them. Why not convert it in asking the God that helps? Lord, help me. God can help you and you still remain where you were. How many of you know Ishmael and his mother?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
What is her name? Huh? Haggai. Ishmael was at the point of death. Haggai dropped Ishmael under a tree and said, I don't want to see him die for me. And she cried to God for help. And God helped her. Did God help her?
Yes, sir.
God will help you.
Amen.
Whenever you ask God to help you, even those that went to native doctor and did all the charms they did, all the sacrifices they did against you, when God stepped in, everything will suspend. You have so much heard about the sacrifices they did, the native doctors they brought, the juju houses they went to. But have you had the time to call on the true helper and the best helper? Lord, help me. Help me that what they say will not become a reality. Help me that their effort to destroy me will come to naught. Help me. David was a man after God's heart. But go and find out the man after God's heart. Time to time, he asks the God is after his heart to help him. He said, if it were my enemies, I would have understood. If it was a stranger, I would have. He said, these people that is doing me this thing are those closer to me. It is my body. The one dealing with me is my body. But he said, help me. Whenever God helps a man, he changes the story. Somebody has written you off. They are now mocking you. You have become the caricature around. But can I tell you something? When God helps you, those that characterize and chop you will now come to plead to you, to say we are sorry. Say, oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
I ask for your help.
I ask for your help.
Help me.
Help me.
The way things are going in my life, I need God to help me. The height of disappointment is getting too bad. Lord, help me. The accusation is getting too tough. Lord, help me. The rejection is getting too thick. Lord, help me. Whenever God steps in to help a person, He changes the story. Lord, help me. Help my family. Help my children. Help my sons and daughters. Help those that believe in your hand upon my life. Lord, help me. God can't help you and man still mock you.
Yes, sir.
Lord, help me. They are waiting to see a shameful end. But Lord, help me. Do you know there are people that have said, you will not see so and so day and date in this year, in a year, or in this year? Are you aware? There are people that have said that you will not see 1st of June. There are people that have said you will not see 3rd of June. You will not see 1st of July. You will not see that. That is to say, that day will see your end, but you are not going to see the end of that day. But if God helps you, if God helps you, there are people that have gone to Fenumesu, gone to Egbesu, gone to Akaso, gone to Jugudiob, gone to Amadioha, gone to several kinds of gods and goddesses just to bring you to a shameful end. All you need to do is to demand for the help of the true God. If this God help you, every other one that came to shamefy you will end in shame. If you know the potency of his help and know is the present helper in times of need, it will change your reasoning. Tell somebody, my God is my helper.
My God is my helper.
Tell another person, my God is my helper.
My God is my helper.
Tell another person, my God is my helper.
My God is my helper.
Whenever this God helps a person, the person's life turns around. Some of you listening to me, watching me right now, if you know certain things that have been said against you, you won't even buy yourself for a dime. Oh, in case you're not aware, not be aware now. That is not somebody buying you. You buying yourself for a peanut, you won't buy yourself. But whenever God helps a person, he changes the story. There are churches in this town, in this country, that has gone through all kinds of persecutions. All kinds of backstabbers came on. But the help of God has made them as standing today. Late Prophet T.B. Joshua, there was no height or kind of persecution that man didn't go through. Perhaps you watching me, you also spoke by what you had. But not by who he is. There are people that never had any dealing with that man for one day. There are people that man never did evil to them one day. But what they had about him made them concluded him evil. Because there are certain people they respect and look up to, had something and said the things they had as if they knew it. And those that believe in them carried it and said, and those that believe in the ones that believe in the ones that believe, carried it. Before it knows, it began to spread. But you and I probably saw When the man died, many of the pastors in this country and the world at large are not as nice and integrity like him. He wasn't living in mansions like many are now. So that tells you the wealth God gave to him was not crazy to him. He was still living in about 2 or 3 bedroom flats with wife and 3 children thereabout. He was still simple. There was no kind of car and cars they have not given to him. But he never allowed any of those things to get into his head. For me, the help of God is still upon the life of that family. The help of God is still going on in that church. Miracles are still happening in synagogue church. Who is who in the world was there. President of nation came. In case you say no, the same Jesus that we all preach today, the same Jesus that we all talk about today was once rejected, was once persecuted, was once spoken against, and they say he was using the power of Beelzebub. But God helped him. Be careful how you conclude people. I've always said, if you want to see God help anybody, hate the person. Whenever God sees the hated, he comes to help him or her. Whenever God sees the persecuted, he comes to help him or her. And whenever anyone going through any kind of form of persecution is wise enough just to stay day after day, Lord help me, Lord help me, that changes the story. The help of God is what brings the shame from hell to an end. When God helps you, those that wrote you off will now look for you. A lady came from a very poor home. Her father from the Igbo houses were living in Bacha. Had nothing to show. Nothing to show. In the village, they have written them off. And suddenly, somebody carried her to come and be serving in one of the restaurants. So the woman, being a nice woman that needed hands and see that the girl is humble, she's honest, now decided to give her 1 or 2 clothes to brush her up. And she was not looking like someone that has no future. Where she was doing her service, now met a very wealthy man's son that came to eat. Served like that. This young man, his father is so wealthy, him too is so wealthy. He followed the step of his father. He's a business conscious person, very wealthy. He has met several kinds of ladies. He has found out that many of them are interested of what they want, not who he is. And he has been looking for someone that will be interested of who he is, not what you want. And he met this lady, and the lady, he intentionally left his wallet at the place. So the lady was the one that picked the wallet. He did it intentionally and kept the wallet. Didn't give it to her madam, didn't give it to anybody, didn't give it to the organization where she was working. She kept the wallet, and this wallet was loaded with dollars and pounds. If she changes the pounds and the dollars, she can build at least more house. She kept the wallet. She's coming to work, she will put it and she would just keep it, secure the wallet. And the young man came in after some days and came to the place to eat. And ordered for the food. She brought the food, gave to him. He was eating. He didn't forget the wallet. Just like that. But he also forget the wallet. He knew his wallet has gone, but he also knew where he left it, where the wallet could have. So, bringing the food, this lady now came and said, "You were here the other day." He said, "I was on duty the day you came." Okay, they said he has been there one or twice, but she wasn't on duty then because they run shift. So he came the day she was on duty. She now brought the food, served him, and said, "You forgot your wallet." The man said, "What wallet?" He said, "Are you sure?" He said, "No, it's your own." And she went and brought the wallet. The man said, "Oh, thank you, thank you. What is your name?" Phone number. The man. He went to the car, counted the money. Not one of the pounds or dollars were removed. Everything was intact. And he came back. Chatting with her. She's intelligent, but she came from a very poor home. Her mother and her father is in the village. I've never been in the city. But one prayer, her mother always pray. The mother in the village will be in the village praying, "Oh God, help my daughter in the city." And God decided to help her in a way that is unexplainable. And before you could know it, the man chatting with her, that was how she was made a figure in the company of the man. For 2 years, she ran the company, and the difference was so clear that the man, the young boy, told his father, "I think I begin to have admiration on her." He said, "What are you waiting for? She's humble. She's honest. Then what are you waiting for?" As I speak to you now, she's one of the richest. When you mention a village, you can call about the number one richest person, including the men. She's married to the young man, a wealthy family. She travels around the world. Today, her father has one of the number one best house in that village. This was a man, his house was mud house. This was a girl that left mud house to the city to go and serve. She came back from the city to build one of the best houses. This is a man that has never been in the city before. But right now, him and his wife does to go to London, does to go to Dubai, does to have niceness. They said the man with the wife, they enter plane. Plane do go. The woman peace. Say, "Hey. Say the thing they fly for her. Hey." They will have died in a mud house. Died as nobodies. Died poor. Died wretched. But because the woman was asking for one thing, "Lord, help my daughter." The help of that daughter has helped in the entire family. Her siblings, no one is poor. Do you know that one help from God at one point in time can change your story?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When God helps you, those that wrote you off will look for you. Instead of sitting down and allowing the doings of men negatively to be depressing you and make you angry and get you deflated, why not use the same mind you are using to pain your life to think how the help of God is possible and ask God, help me? Because if you're putting more energy in demanding for help, God will surely help you. You have so much explanation how they did it, what they did, how they backstab you. Yes, I understood that. But do you also know that more is needed than what you are doing? Lord, help me. That somebody walk away from you doesn't mean that somebody walks away from you doesn't mean that your end has come. The person can be very useful to you and useful to everything about you. But if God help you, the person will become like a shaft. Don't live in arrogancy and say you're asking God to help you. No. Live in humility and sincerity and ask for the help of God. Why? He said he giveth more grace to the humble. If you're humble, you stand the ground to be helped. If you're sincere, honest, you stand the ground to be helped. The help of God is what ends the shame from man. When God helps a being, it changes the story of the being. Oh God, my maker, help me. Use men and women to help me. Use the unexpected beings to help me. Can I tell you something? Every pastor you see today that is doing well, living well, it's not because the pastor is the best among all. Go and check it. God has helped him. God is the one helping him. He sent him men and women that he has blessed financially. He brought him sons and daughters at the time and began to enrich them so that they can help him in the work he has put in his hand. And that is why every day in the past days I've been crying and praying for one thing majorly. Lord, help my sons and my daughters. Please help my sons and daughters. Help us. Help us as a body. Help us financially. Help us spiritually. Help us mentally. Help us in every areas of our lives. Help us. If God helps you, if God helps you, he settled it all. Say, in the name of Jesus Christ.
In the name of Jesus
Oh
Christ.
Lord my God.
Oh Lord my God.
Help me.
Help me.
It's not about who like you and who don't like you. It's not about who hates you with passion. It's about the help of God. Do you know, in the presence of your chronic haters, God can help you? Did he not say the other day? He brought a table before me in the presence of my enemies. I was talking with a man the day before yesterday. We're going and go home. He was calling. I said, he's outside the country. Many of you know him. You saw him the day he came here. He's even an uncle of mine from the Igbo side. He came here. He has, several years ago, God sent me to his house. I didn't know his house. I now called somebody. They told me where he was staying. Early morning, I went to him and said, God said I should tell you, look at what to do. He said, he did it in less than 48 hours, God answered him. That was how he became an expatriate. Made so much money. So much money. Came back. Never called me for one day. Never looked for me for one day. And which I wasn't even thinking about. Bought cars, had more than 8 cars, Range Rover and etc. Built houses and etc. And suddenly he lost over many million or billion. They duped him here and he came to square one. He said to me, the transport he used to come and look for me after many years, it was his younger sister he used to take care of that borrowed him money. He came here. I was in the office. I said, he just sat there and I said, God said I should tell you, he bless you with wealth when you misuse it. Look at what to do. Look at. He said to me, a day before that day he came, he had a dream. That was the dream that pulled him back. In the dream, he saw a man. The man was backing him, huge, and the man was talking to him. He said, I bless you so much. I bless you for the work of my work, for the work of the kingdom. I blessed you for the work of the kingdom, and you misuse the money. You misuse the wealth. Now, I will still help you, but I will send you to him. I have put my word in his mouth. Go now and look for him. He will not look for you. So he woke up from the dream and said, go and look for who? No. Then it dawned on him. This was the man. He came. And without him telling me anything, not one word has come out from his mouth. And God began to speak to him. Then he said, this can only be God. And I told him what and what to do. And I said to him, in 120 days from now, that is 4 months, your story will be shocking and surprising, even to you. He said, eh? I said, yes. I said, your story will be shocking even to you. Can I tell you the truth? As I'm speaking to you now, he came here. He said, I told him, go and raise a seed. Look at what to do. He said, that money was the money he was to use to pay his daughter's fee to write his exam. He said, no. For once, let him obey this. He did it in the order. I said, go. There's a God that answers prayer. From nowhere, they wrote another company again that saw his CV. From outside the country wrote him to come as an expatriate. He told me, I said, it has begun, don't worry. I said, but you will be given a job from an oil company. Maybe I've seen NNPC. Few days later again, NNPC gave him a job. So did he go or stay? He has a company. I said, no, go. Arrange some brains. Over there you can be doing it. It's the work of brain. It's more of computer engineering. He left. As a day before yesterday, he said that day he was kneeling the altar. He told God that God should make him, what is it? Supervisor? What is it? Project manager. He's working in one of the wealthy countries that has so much oil all over the world, that has so much oil. He's working there. And there is no black man. He's the only African. They are all are whites. Suddenly, the project manager was relieved. He's now made the project manager over whites and etc. The only African working there. He said he cannot explain it. He was talking to me. They were calling him and said, what next to do? Oh, a big project is just like building Port Harcourt 2 refineries, building Delta refineries, about 3 or 4 refineries, and other oil job projects together. He's now the project manager. As an expatriate. We talked for over 2 hours. You were there, sir, on WhatsApp call. He said he cannot explain. He said, "Nah, I believed in you more." I said, "I believe in the God that is the doer." He said, "You told me when I came, and you were even laughing as if there was nothing." He said he can no longer remember how when everything crashed, how he couldn't feed again. He said, "That child now," and I asked him a question. I said, "That child now, you were to pay her fee for exam. Is there any school in the world that she can attend?" He said, "How? There's no school on earth, this earth we are now, that he cannot send her." Then he said, "Thank God I listened to the inner voice." Whenever God helps a being, it changes the story. It's not where you find yourself now. It is not about the pains you're going through now. I have a lady. She's in US. From all I got, she was doing very well, and she has certain challenges financially. And that was how, somehow I was speaking here and mentioned her brother's case, and that was how we began talking. As I'm speaking to you now, for the past days, all I've been asking God, help her, help her. And I'm seeing the help coming, the help coming, the help coming. Are you getting something? It is not about the things you have lost. It's about the God that helps. If you capitalize on the things you have lost, you can't find yourself in any glorious height. Because every day, one way or the other, you will be full of depression. But if you hang on to the help of God, oh, believe you me, you will end in shame. So, Lord, help me. That someone that became close to me, almost every day I will say to the person, don't hurt me. Some days I say it up to 5, 6, 8 times. Don't hurt me, please. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. And I was seeing things that the person was doing, and I can't say it for wisdom reasons. But I was saying, don't hurt me. Why? No wise man capitalizes on a person's weakness to write off he or her. But some of the things you are doing, please don't hurt me. Somebody that is not around might not know what this man saw, what this man knew, and the statement this man has been making quietly. Can I tell you one word? If you want God to help you, please learn how not to hurt people intentionally. Learn not how to backstab people. Learn how to take people for granted with a mind of wickedness. Because you need God to help you. Few days ago, I went to Okija to buy a thing. One of those wealthy businessmen from Anambra in Okija. Okija here. Okija electrical parts. I went there and I saw a man. He was wearing chains, bead on his legs, on his hand, wearing that. So, and this man, in the Igbo, they call it in there. He's like a king, kind of, a priest. Then I saw him, running something to sell. And this man is not poor. He has up to 4, 5, 6 shops at Okija. He's rich. But you see him. So I just pick interest on him. I said, no, I don't want to buy this thing. I said, madam, I won't buy from you. Even though you sell me the cheapest, I want to go and buy from that man. The man look at me and say, no, where is that? They said the man will crossed. I said, sir, I want to buy from you. Look at the price, she told me. Look at the price. He looked at me. He said, I said, yes, I want to buy from you. And We bought the things. We left, trying to do some projects. We left. Came back some days again. I said, I want to still buy from you. Then they were bringing. I said, I want to buy everything from you. So somebody brought something, and I said, no, I want to buy his own from him. In the course of he looked at me, he said some deep things. He said, you're a good man. I said, how do you know? Do I look like one? He said, so he began telling me, this is a man, Anambra man. He said, in that area in Anambra, all the communities, about how many communities I make up, they are kings, they are chiefs. If he doesn't coronate anyone, you're not a king. That is the head of all of them. Onowu hell, Onowu. That's what it's called, Onowu. That's what you call it. He said, I'm an Onowu. He said, I'm not poor. See, that shop is my own. See, that upstairs is my own. See, that place is my own. He said, all my children, no one wants to do this business, and they are all doing well. They are all over. He said, when I see things, I know. He said, your hand is clean. He says certain things, and when I bought a thing and gave it to somebody to do, he said he will never say, okay, no take him. So I call him that. He's an elderly man. He said he has not done it well. If he don't do it well, he will not take it. I said, but this thing has to do with your money. He said, yes, but if I eat this kind of money from people like you, I will go down. So I began to look on. Then he said to me, do you know something? I said, I would like to know. He said, all the people that did you evil, check their life. I said, do I? He said, go back and think it. He said, and I'm a church people, oh, me, I need to do evil. And I God that they serve, I'm quoting him. He said, but if I carry out my mborogo, so you will know there are powers my ancestors left for me before they go. I don't know if you're getting it. But when God helps you, He changes your story. You can't live a life on this earth without demanding for help from the true helper and the best helper. Stop relying on your ability. Stop relying on your capacity. Stop relying on your innocency. Stop relying on your truthfulness. Depend on His help. Your ability is good. Your capacity is good. Your innocence is good. Your truthfulness is good. The best of them is the help of God. Depend on His help. Because in the chain of your capacity, there are forces that can capacitate a being. They can capitalize on the being to make sure they deflate him or her completely. So you don't depend on your capacity at the moment. You depend on the help of God. It is God helping you by helping your capacity not to be deflated. When God helps you, those that conspired against you will be dumbfounded. It is not who said what they said against you. As cheap as talk is as thick as talk. There is a thing we have, tip talk. Am I right? Is it what they call it? Thick talk. As cheap as talk. To talk. Talk is cheap, am I right? One of the most expensive things you can ever find is words. The currency for spiritual transactions are words. That is why wise people don't talk. Hey, can I tell anything? Can I tell something? Check those that talk. If they call you, they are liars. Nobody that is a talkative that is truthful. Quote me anywhere. Every talkative you have ever met has a trace of lying life. At times they don't want to lie, but they lie. My name is Prince Long John Inimba. Quote me anywhere. Any talkative you have met, you meet, has a lying tongue. No talkative that is not a liar. I'm yet to see one. In case you're watching me and you're a talkative, sit down and check the things you have just talked. You can mark lies. You have lied, even lying to yourself. One of the ways to protect your life is to keep your tongue. Proverbs said it. It said, he that keepeth his tongue, keepeth his life. Only you, you have talked full everywhere. Be careful of anybody that comes into your home that is a talker before he scatter your marriage. If your wife or your husband is close to somebody that is a talkative, try and bring him out. Hard. If not, they are about to deflate you through that medium. Moment I discover that you are there are people that are not talkative, but they are talkative. Number two, let me tell you those you should be careful about. I didn't say reject, just be careful about them. Be careful of them. Anybody that does things he or her does not look like. My mother used to use a statement, it's in an Igbo statement. I don't know if I can say it here. My mother used to use a statement. And growing up as a little child, that statement is all, I think it's a Ochicha Mere Inye Oburoke. Am I right? I think I got it right. Ochicha Mere Inye, that is cockroach will do something where they can label rat. And as I was growing up, there are times you will see cockroach eat up books in a place. I don't know if you have seen it. The cockroach will eat up books. When you now drag out the wardrobe or bring out the bag, you see the books that have been eaten up. You will say this is the work of rat. Have you ever seen such a bit? And when you check, it was cockroach, not rat. So they are accusing rats for what cockroach did. Be careful of people that are very subtle. I didn't say they are bad people. I said, just be careful. The Bible said, be careful for nothing. Am I right? Anybody that you know, they do the things they don't look like, fear them. You might see blood shed here now. He said, "Che, people are crying," and the person stand there. The reason for the blood shed is this person say, "Che ya, che ya, che ya. God they watch you, God they see you, che ya, che ya." The one shouting che ya is the orchestrator, the brain behind the waste blood you see on the floor. They don't look it, but they are it. Ask God to help you from such people. If they are in your life, ask God to help you from them, because they are more dangerous than danger. There are men that have married a woman. Some men marry some women, A man married a woman. He came from a family. His family, they are very united. They are lovely people. They love themselves. But something happened suddenly and shockingly. What was that? The wife looked very subtle, looked very kind, looked very gentle. But she's the brain behind the man quarreling all his family members, they are demons, they are witches, they are devil, because she will always dream a dream that point to one of his brother that now taking his name to juju. Before the man could realize it, he's now in enmity with over 85% of his relatives. And the more he's quarreling them, the more he's getting close to the wife people. The more he's quarreling them, the more he's getting close to the wife people. But thank God that the mother of that man, now prayer warrior, when she saw how her children have been divided from the one God has blessed, others are supposed to be blessed, and now everybody is shifting away. The woman and the wife is so nice and kind to her mother-in-law, so the mother-in-law couldn't fathom the brain behind my pain is she, but she will always fast and pray. She will always fast, a devoted Christian. She will always fast and pray. What will us always our fasting? What is always our prayer? Oh Lord, whoever that is scattering my family, expose the person and destroy them. Whoever that is scattering my family. She was praying it, not thinking of her daughter-in-law. Do you know how God exposed her? It was her own daughter that got angry one day. Said, Mommy, second daughter, said, Mom, you're causing too much pains to my father's family. Her own daughter. She has sons. Then her own daughter openly began to say it, and her grandmother was there. Mommy, you're the one that caused daddy and his brother is no longer together. Yeah, and nobody is saying you to do it. Her own daughter got angry because she was so smart and intelligent. She said, Mommy, look at the things you have caused. My daddy is no longer relating with his family members. And some of these people, when I listen to them, they love him. They are good to him. What happened? The daughter of one of his brothers, little son, young boy between 8 and 9 years, became sick. And the father, which is her father, which is the brother, her father is the brother to that boy's father. And she knows her father has money to have sent money, this boy, to the best hospital to have been treated. And where they were rushing, coal entered the boy. And before they could know, the boy died. Then the girl got mad. He said, Mommy, God will demand the blood of this innocent boy on your head. He said, you are my mother, but God will demand. You know what happened? God only helped the woman to make her see that what she's praying is real. Be careful of those that doesn't behave. They don't look like what they do. They are too subtle. They can enter a system and buy almost everybody over. They have a motive. They have a target. They have a dream. They can spend their last to achieve their dream, no matter how evil it is. We all need the help of God, not to end in shame by man. One of our pastors here, Pastor Sonny, some time ago in this church, okay, look at him, Pastor Scott. Some time ago in this church, he was depressed. Thank God he didn't die. Oh, Mr. Gary, am I saying the truth? Thank God he didn't die, because he was very close to death. How? Someone that is close to him poisoned the mind of the girl that he loves so much and wants to marry. Before his eyes. I didn't know him before. I didn't know the girl before. Right in church, God mentioned the girl and said, if you will stay. Yeah, am I right? You will be fulfilled with him in destiny. Somebody poisoned the mind of that girl. And the person that poisoned the mind is someone that has to do with him fully, completely. And the girl goofed and went and married somebody else. And he told me, I said, not too long from now, she will start looking for your attention. Now she wants to leave the marriage. Probably she's thinking if he will still marry her. I say, if you dare it in your life, you're gone. You know why? He was helped. According to him, one of the what did you say the teaching was? Can it? Yes, what was the teaching that helped you?
Right reason.
Right reasoning. So God can be speaking through his servant from the altar. There are people going through worse problem, through problem that they will have ended their life or had a heart attack and died. But the teaching is a medium of speaking to them. Right reasoning. He said it was that right. Okay, say how is that? He said,
Yes, sir. In that teaching, you said something like that you can, because I was still living in the pain.
Yeah.
I was still carrying the pain. So when you were teaching, you said, do you know that you could, through your reason, and brought back what happened years ago into the future that would disturb your mind. So
and terminate your life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So reasoning has so much to do with you.
Yes, sir.
By right tutelage, he came out from that state of depression. Today, she is the one calling him now, looking for cancer. Looking if there's any available space. Let her return back. Return where? Holy Ghost fire. You must learn to know the things you ought to know. What did I say? I made 2 points. Number 1. Number 2, be careful of who? Be careful of those that doesn't look like what they do. In negativity, I meant. Number 3, be extremely careful of those that have lying tongue. Number what? Number 3. Remember in number 2, I said every talkative is a liar. Inside the second one, I made that statement. Number 3, be careful of liars, liars, liars. Be careful of liars. Hey! You don't understand. The worst person to make you confident is a liar. You don't understand. I wish I have more time to talk about this. It's as dangerous as if you are a son or a daughter and your mother is a liar. She can lie away your destiny. Can I tell you the truth? Every liar, there is somebody that knows him or her as a liar. You think you are smart by lying. Somebody have known you. As a liar, as a woman or a man, as you are lying and continuing lying, your children will grow up and know you as a liar. You thought you are lying to protect them. They are knowing you, mommy can lie. Hey. Say you have not seen anything. Mommy can lie. Hey. Mommy can lie. Hey. He said, how do you mean? You have not seen. Mommy. Watch now. This will happen now. When daddy come, how mommy go take present them, daddy go finish you. Daddy will even give you space to talk. That means your children, the person's children is not knowing her or him as a liar. And that is one of the worst things anybody could ever experience in life. That your children know you as a liar. Lie, Muhammad. Liar. Liar. They lie in the morning, they lie in the noontime, they lie in the nighttime, they lie even midnight hour when people are sleeping, they are lying. Do you want to fulfill purpose? Be careful of liars. Never you as a man marry a woman that is a liar. If not, she will lie at your destiny. She will lie your destiny away. Never marry a man that is a liar. If not, they will lie your destiny away. Liars are killers. Do you know that people that are feeding by lying, go and check them in politics. Politicians, there are certain politicians, their work is to lie. And that is the one governors like, senators like, those in power likes them. They bring lying story to them. They will garnish the lie and present it. You that is honest, governor will want to see you. The leader will want to see you. Why? A liar is in the midst. Hey, they will lie and lie and lie and go and bring fat and fit in the fat with a lie. That your lying now have fat. Are you getting something? That is Potiphar's wife. Potiphar's wife lie. So Satan himself say, I have seen somebody that is more liar than me. Can I tell you the truth? The worst of it, a liar that can cry in the lie and cry, re-cry. Authentic cry in the bad lie. How, if it's a case that concerns you, how will you escape it? If maybe your brother 12 on a day like this, your wife come one day and say, brother, he's doing everything for the past years to sleep with me because I don't. And your wife is crying, you're seeing tears everywhere. Okay, you'll be confused. Your trust for your brother will die for a moment. It takes God to use another medium to prove that your brother is innocent. If not till you die, he won't prove that he's innocent. Is somebody getting it? We're talking about divine help. May God help you from liars, so. Because liars will make you take a decision that will crack your destiny. Ha. Liars, forget it. It's better to have a deaf and dumb with you than to have a classified, qualified, classic liar. Oh. And you know the bad part? Now inside church, they're full now. Oh, there's so much in the church. They can be very spiritual, but very carnal. They can. They are the ones seeing the angels that have come. They are the ones to tell you how God take to come. But they are in every church, oh, not just here. They are in every church. Inside politics, they are champions. Now, It's like they're leaving politics, they're entering the church. They can lie. Yeah. Just tell them to go and buy something for the church. Hey, the thing is 100,000. They will tell the person, yes, put 250,000. He said, how do you mean? If the person put the 100, they have a way of carving the one to the number they want to put. They can even take something, shade it, duplicate the receipt, and put their own figure and bring on that receipt. The receipt still carry. So, except something happen, you can. The man open their own record and bring. He say everything here is correct, but the figure is different. How manage? They do overwork. Liars. They are manipulators. Let God help our sons and daughters not to end in the hand of a woman, not to end in the hand of a man that is a first class liar. They can lie in church. They will even lie against their senior pastor. You that believe in the man of God, you will start hating him. He said, I see preach what he's preaching. What he doesn't do, that's what he's preaching. People around him is suffering, and he has so much money, he can't help them. He said, Pastor, they die. The other day, I just needed 5,000 naira for my children to eat. I cry. I said, okay, give me those 2,000. Pastor, don't give me 10 kobo. Oh. He said, now so Pastor, wicked rich. Except something little or not that you come before the pastor, and the pastor called it. I used to have them here, plenty. It's like Satan selected them and brought it to me. I said, God, remove them. Hey! One lie here. Pastor lied so much that when I called him one day, I now called the woman. Hey, madam, you said, he said, is he here? I said, he's hearing you. He said, you told me this. He became, boo. I said, the woman is saying, I first asked, he said, no. I said, wait on. He didn't know that I had the woman contact. The woman said, should I come? I said, no, bother. He said, but that's what you told me. Is it a lie or true? Other one I called him, madam called. He said, hey, he told me this. He became eyes. In case you think after doing that, when they leave, they will change, except God intervene. They will be more worse. They will be lying to the ones outside, but probably they have not yet gotten the opportunity of meeting you. Now you have known here. Do you know here? As a pastor, I've met them. He said, Pastor, there's nobody that have not lied. Nobody that has not lied, but there is somebody that is a liar. It's a lifestyle. It's an occupation. Ha. Hey. There's one girl. She was coming to, I have to pray a prophetic prayer. I said, Lord, remove this girl. And her name is very unique. Her name, Eberechi. She told me that she read medicine. Meanwhile, she never entered school. I said, why are you not practicing? He said, actually, it's not something I actually wanted to read. My mom wanted me to read, and my dad, they forced me to read medicine, so I don't have flair for it. Child. The way she composed the lie. It don't fit in, bam. I said, you see, that is why it's not good for parents to pressure children of what they want the children to read. Allow the child to make his choice. He said, I have been a victim of it. My father and mother. That is one inside 100. Lie. I said she lied to me, so I saluted her. With all my prophetic gifts, I fell. Her name is Ebere. That means God's mercy. Imagine that kind of a good name and with a bad spirit of lying. Do you know how God exposed her? Out of niceness. She said she gave her to go and say, take. You have, if you are a pastor, you have a daughter that read medicine. You know what it takes to read medicine. Won't you value her? She can lie, oh. Okay, if you see this girl, when you say black is beautiful, now there for my eye end. Her black is, have you seen those Brazilian people, how black they are? Or this, Ethiopia. Have you seen Ethiopia black women? How their black is? Child, it's like singum, it's like sweet, it's like butter, everything. This girl black, they do chocolate with chocolate lice tongue. Liar. She lie until she said, Papa likes me now. He has told me that if not for one thing, he will have married me. So the person she told, not now that I'm even alone. That time I was occupied. And when I heard it, I called her. I called her. I said, look at what she said you told her. She said, when? Now, through that one, and she know me. That one does waka. Near a knock and slap. But why? They ask me when. Nobody tell me. She said, don't tell that kind of thing. He said, wait. He said, maybe once he don't tell me. No, maybe twice he don't tell me. He said, wait. That one phone automatically record. So she now said she know the date. She now brought the gist and played it. It shows lie. That from that day till today, she avoided me. So imagine how many persons she must have told these things. I don't know if somebody's getting it. Third is what? Third is what? First is what? Number one is what? No? Number one is what? Learning what you ought to, knowing what you ought to know. Number two is what? Avoid what? Talkatives. Number three is what? Avoid liars. Huh? Huh? No, I said liars. A liar that is subtle is a clarified one. I didn't use subtleness for a point. I use subtleness in teaching for the point, which is lying. That is number what? That is number 2. Avoid those that doesn't look like what they do. Say yes. Number 3 is what? Lying tongue. Okay. Thank you. Do we have the time for number 4? Should I give you number 4? Avoid constant complainers. People that anything somebody does, they have a fault. Those that see fault, nice I mean. Avoid always seeing fault. People that see fault all the time, they complain. If I was the one that was giving this assignment, I would have done it like this, do it like this, do it like this, do it like this. He doesn't know how to do it. Look at how he's doing it. He's nonchalant about this thing. Kai. Oh. They enter this department. They are fast killers. If you have them as your boy, disboy them. Or disorgan them. Don't be the organ. If not, where you carry them to, they will go back and sell you. They will go back there after you have all gone. They will go back there and they know how to have their way. And tell the one, say, is it that job we told you, you're going to use this quality of this to do it? I was the one that did it. We didn't use that quality. He used a lesser quality to do it and collected the money of this quality. Don't say I told you, but he's a very bad man. I'm the one that is doing the work. He's the one collecting money. Many people have been victim of it. So if this man is the one doing the work and it's not the one the Oga is doing the work, so let me take the boy and push away the Oga. By the time you take the boy, push away the Oga, give yourself a short period. The boy will deal with you. You'll be looking for who to complain to. Then you will not come back to the Oga. I didn't know him, or it was through you I knew him. Me, I be the Oga, I go fire you. Does that not happen? If you want the help of God, there are people you must take note of. Because God can help you in their midst. They can still make the head of God seems to be soured in your life. You don't know? Go and ask Moses. Go and ask Prophet Moses. Go and ask Moses that God used to deliver Israel from Egypt. Let him tell you that one day Moses became so hungry. He said, if these men die a natural death, know that God didn't come in. I hope you know the Bible says Moses was the meekest. I hope you know. The Bible says he was the meekest. For a meek man to talk like that, he don't overpay them. Be careful of them. I'll be fast and tell you the 5th one. Be careful of those that does what? What? Constant complainants. People that sees fault all the time. See what in that girl wear. Watch her now, she know we are panto. Chai, na pastor, she wear and come. She wants to do this pastor. See her na pastor, chai, na pastor, na pastor. I don't see him. This girl after pastor. Make we pray for pastor. Come. Declare fasting tomorrow. More declare fast. We'll pray for pastor. The way this guy they come, if we no pray, this guy go, pastor, the man of God give us more pray for this man. No. The way this girl, she know we have pants, you know, say no brazier, no pants, nothing. Wait till she come for, now you should look for, now pastor should look for. Watch on now. She goes, and they when the girl don't go like this, go like say, watch on, then they go pastor office. And through the girl, because I want to say that, he say, watch, and I not tell you, say, that pastor they go say. You know what they are doing? They are spreading negative pictures in the church. Whenever you find them anywhere, whether young or old, be careful of them. They are very destructive. They can be very destructive. When you see such people, one thing that is common around them, they suspect everything. They suspect everybody. Whenever you see them, be careful of them. Take note of them. Because they can deflate a life that cannot be traceable to them that did it. Number 5. Be careful of those that whenever somebody complains about you, they have something to say about you to the complainant. Anytime in your life, you watch somebody, you came to complain about somebody, the person says, I don't notice I'm in there like this. When the person finished talking, the next time the talk come out in a big picture, you are there. And the person will be talking as if he's questioning you that first complained to him, defending the one. That person is an hypocrite. It is very rare, with all humility and sincerity, when you come to tell me about a person's fault, I say, if that is true, it's bad, but I'll find out. You know why? In life, you will have an opportunity if you're depressed, if you're downcasted at a time, at a moment. That time and moment will pass. There will come another opportunity given to you to a time that you'll be strengthened, you'll be excited, you'll be happy. Understand? That is how life is being moved. That's how life goes. But you will never have an opportunity till Jesus will come. You will never have an opportunity of retrieving what you have said out to ears. Whatever you have said to ears that have gone to ears, you will never have the opportunity of bringing it back. But you are depressed, you are downcasted, you will have an opportunity time and over times of being excited. So be very careful whenever people complain about a person, what you say. When I was going through challenges, marital challenges, there were people that were said certain things because I wasn't saying things and I will not say to a certain height. Because a wise man is the man that knows when to talk and when not to talk, and knows what to talk and not what to talk. Because there are things you can say today concerning the man or the woman you are angry with. You have said it tomorrow, 5, 10, 20 years to come. People will use that you say to insult your children. If you see your wife sleeping with another man and you broadcast it everywhere, video and video, hey, you are showing that you are angry. We understand you are angry. You are showing everywhere. When you have that daughter of yours that is growing up, the day she grew to marry and somebody wants to marry her, somebody will come and tell the man, like mother, like daughter, no be this girl way in papa, her papa catch the mama. As they show him, it don't end. So there are certain things that you need to know that we withhold you from saying certain things or showing certain things. Why? The tomorrow is always unique more than yesterday. A matter of fact, your yesterday you can do nothing about it, but your tomorrow you have given capacity by God to do something about it. Be careful of those that people complain something about you and they will always make a statement that can deflate you. Whenever you come to know it, in certain issues about your life, don't bring them in. It is not hatred. Hatred is just wisdom, taking caution. Is anybody learning anything? There are things I have suffered based on ignorance. Not that I wasn't anointed. Not that I'm not anointed. I'm still anointed. But I suffered them. Why? Ignorance. There are situations that my mouth should have remained closed until whatever. I didn't close my mouth. I thought this one, I can confide on him or her. By the time I said it, before you know it's all over town. What should have been a secret became public. In case you're not aware, God kept the secret about Jesus redeeming the world till after Jesus had accomplished it. There were prophecies about him, but when the time came, it was hidden. Is anybody learning something? Number what? Number 5 is what? Who always have something to say when a complainant goes to them about you? They might come and ask you later, but they have said something they won't say they said. Like I said, I went through a lot, but God saved me beyond measures. There were people that things were told them, they didn't verify. They said things that they cannot withhold back. By the time you discover that the complainant has so much evil doing to him or her, then you discover that you have made a blunder. Jesus one day asked his disciple, "Who did men say I am?" Because I know some must have complained to you about me, even when they are not close to me. Some say you are this, some say that means that he knew they have been hearing something. So he brought their leg out to speak what they have been hearing. Then he didn't allow them to he didn't conclude that part. He said, "Who do you say I am?" That is, I also know that you have a picture about me inside of your mind. You are this. Remember when he said, "Who did men say?" He said, "Some say you are this." Or he only asked, "Who did you say I am?" Say, "You are this, you are this, you are." It took a man. When Peter answered, Jesus said, "I'm fully aware that flesh and blood didn't reveal this to you. This comes from the Spirit of my Father." He said, "Because you have the access to that realm, I changed your name from Simon Barjon. I call you Peter. You are now the rock." There are things you must learn to look out for. Don't have the mind of concluding a person, because that is the wrongest choice you will ever make in life. But know this, there are people that are they are in this stage today with you. by their works, by their being, they shouldn't enter the next stage with you. I call them spoilers. Don't carry a spoiler to the new stage. Don't allow a spoiler to know your farm, where you pluck your pepper, where you pluck your okra. Don't allow a spoiler to know it. They will spoil things. There were people that they can just wire 10 million to my account, 5 million, 20 million, 3 million. And out of excitement, I said, do you know that people go, see that my son, he just sent me this. Out of excitement, not in arrogancy. I was saying it to those people that I thought was close to me. When many of them, out of their foolishness and pride and greed, got angry, they now correct their number, calling some of them. He's a bad man, oh. You are giving him money. No. Even the one that was too close to me said, the money you were giving for this, for that. Well, and that one asked back, but every money I give for that thing, it did it 100%. They closed their mouth. What am I saying? Don't allow certain persons to know where you pluck your pepper. Can I tell you a painful one? Should I tell you a painful one? Come, sir. Any day in your life, you tell a private thing of your life to a pastor, being a man that sees as a secret by mercy. You tell a pastor your secret, your privacy, in holding him in, and tomorrow you hear it from the next person. Know that that pastor lacks the quality of a father in keeping information. Certain things, don't tell him. I have somebody close to me, very close to me, playing a vital role. He has a baby. I can never come to tell you he has a baby. You know why? You might use it against him tomorrow, sometime to come. You might use it against him. When people's secret is unveiled to you, their private secret, keep it till you die with it. I knew of a woman that had a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend. I knew the guy, God showed me. And I knew the guy physically. And I knew her husband. And I knew her boyfriend. And she knew I knew. I talked with her. Not one person in my life till I will die will know it. Except my advice was not taken. The thing exposed and it's flying around. Even at that, I'm very careful of what I say. Can I tell you the truth? Not justifying wrong, but always give yourself a reason why you must not be evil to someone else, even in the person's weakness. A woman came to me the other day with tears, with pain. She has fallen. She fought to someone that hearing it will be something else. I knelt down and begged her. I said, your confession should end here. Don't confess tomorrow. Don't confess nothing future to anybody. It has ended here. I said, anybody can fall. Many has fallen and they stood up. Because they didn't remain where they fall, they stood up. So you don't even remember, you don't even see where they fell. Don't discuss it. I say, it never happened. Some confided on me when they were close to me. Now, they cease not to be close for their best reasons known to them. For the reasons known to them. I will never, till I die, out of anger to open up their private issues. Never. If I do that, I have lost a place with God. Grow up to that point where there are issues that must never come out from your mouth till you die. Number what? Number 7. Mind those you confide in telling your wrongs. Sir, now someone can be very close to you. Doesn't mean if you do anything wrong, you should tell them. They might be the worst persons to hear your wrong, your mistakes. Not everybody you should tell your mistake. Some 5 years later will use it against you. Do you know that you can tell somebody right now your mistake, and somebody tomorrow go to lie with your name to the person of what you didn't say? Look at what he told me about you. Look at, and before you know it, you open your mouth. Hey, is it what he said? Look at this about him. What they told you didn't verify. You have started saying that means you're not matured. You can't manage anger. There are people that one word that upset their mind, they say private things, secret things out. Is somebody getting anything? Number 7, the end. Mind the people you tell your confidant. You call your confidant people you tell your secret. Mind the people you tell your private secret. Be careful of those you share your pain with. Not everybody you should share your pain with. There are people you share your pain with, they will multiply your pain. And many of them are also inside church. Not everybody should share your pain with. Let people be proven. Let him or her be proven that is qualified to share pain with. Do you know there are certain women on phone that told their friend, I don't love my husband. Am I saying the truth? Maybe they said it 5, 6, 7 years ago. And after time, they discover now that they are in love with a man. Does it happen? Do you know you can meet a man that you don't really love? As time goes on, love grows. Maybe when they said it to that their friend was 4, 5, 6 years ago, and that friend recorded and kept it. They quarreled. After many years, he now went and played it to the husband. Look at what your wife told me. He won't play it. It was 5 years ago. He said, look at, your wife told me he doesn't love you. She's in love with her former date. She's my friend. And the man comes back, he's not eating your food. The next thing, the man is going for divorce. You are wondering why. And many times, the man won't say it. You know why? He doesn't want to expose your friend that told him. He's protecting the one that told him, but destroying himself and destroying you. Are you getting something? On 14th of May, I'll be teaching some deep things that you cannot afford to miss. And 14th of May, we'll be having question and answer. You ask your questions. So if you have it, now write it. I'm also aware there are people that have had it. They are writing questions they will ask through air. And you know one thing about God? Eh? He's a God of all truth. Can I tell you something? There comes a time people leave you, walk away from you, seeing you as one unqualified and running after someone as the best. Leave them. When they have gotten to a junction, they will discover that you are actually the best. They will come back looking for you. Many a times, they might not be opportune to fit in again. Inside number 7. What did I say? Number 7. What is number 7? What is number 7? The point. Mind the people you call. Inside this one, let me tell you a word. Note those that walk away from you shockingly and suddenly. Do you want to succeed? Do you want to remain successful? Note those that shockingly and suddenly walk away from you. Whenever they come back, don't allow them enter the bedroom. The greatest, the deepest, and the most highest place you can allow them to access is the parlor. Either they stop at the gate or your corridor or your parlor. When they come now at the gate, at the premises of your house, the highest place you can allow them, except otherwise Jehovah comes down. Parlor. If you allow them access your bedroom again, they will plant the bomb that might end you. Nothing just happened. Lift up your offering. Did anybody get anything? Did anybody learn anything? Did God speak to anybody? Father, we thank you for our offering. Offering to you is an opportunity. To you alone be all the glory. In Jesus Christ's mighty name I pray. Come to the altar, drop your offering. Were you around NTA Road this morning? Okay. You look like someone I met. So that's a post. As you return back home, let that angel that have been long awaiting in your house to help you, help you. Let that angel that have been long waiting in your house to help you, help you. Whatever that was meant to dry you up has been terminated by the hand of your God by mercy. In the name of Jesus Christ. Praise God. I said the other day about the altar. We are working on something. Powerfully, gloriously. In case you're interested, I mentioned 3 persons and I said no. I said in case you're interested. I didn't say God said you. I said in case you are interested. Your interest can help you. Are you blessed? Are we blessed? If you're a tither, can you come with your tithe if you have one? Father, we thank you and we'll give you praise. In Jesus Christ's mighty name. No one of us will see any form of shame. The Lord honor you in Jesus' name. Take your tithe, take your communion, sorry. Let's rise on our feet. I declare over you, the plot against you has failed. I declare over you, the plot against you has failed. I declare over you, the plot against you has failed. The plotters against your destiny have been finally put to shame. Your life will not end in the hand of your enemies. You didn't hear this. I say your life will not end in the hand of your enemies. Your life will not come to an end by the words of your enemies. Two dimensions: the hand of the wicked and the mouth of the wicked. Your destiny, your glory will not end in their hand, will not end in their tongue. God help you. My God, our God help you. You will not lack the help needed. In the name of Jesus Christ. Somebody said to me the other day, he said to me, sir, I discovered that these days you are very intensive in your fasting and prayer life. At times someone can be with you, you began praying. He said, I was watching you the other day, you were praying. I noticed it when your lips were moving and you went into your room, stayed for some time, came out, and you were not praying out to the hearing of anybody. I said, until you get to that realm, that depth in knowledge, you have not yet grown. The depth where you can be communicating and nobody around is hearing what you're saying. Are you get what I'm saying? So you must, it's his level, you must grow into it. You can only know I can be walking and doing. If you are very watchful, you can just notice that my tongue, my lips is moving, but you're not hearing anything. I'm not talking to you, so why should you want to hear what I'm saying? There is a God I'm talking to. There is an issue I'm tabling. I don't want my life to end in shame. Somebody is interested to see me end in shame, and there is a God that is fully interested to see me end, to come to the accomplishment of what he has designed me for. So who should I give my attention to? Hear this. Keep praying, and your prayer should be, oh Lord, by mercy, help me. 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 The stronger than you can come against you, but the help of God will make the stronger than you to become nobody. I told us a story this morning about someone that is close to me. And the only people I've been praying for the past weeks, Lord, help him. Help him and his family. And as at yesterday, he saw a help he has never seen. It was yesterday he found out that somebody that he helped, come follow me chop. They went from back, going to court, collected the judgment that immediately police arrest him, they should send him to prison. So they have passed judgment over him without him knowing. Why? God help him. God brought somebody that is a figure in this country, in the security world, that is well known. The person followed him to the place. So everybody said, this one will have followed this person come. They became careful. It was there they now opened the secret and said, look at what the person that went was there. And they now gave the man opportunity. Can you say, oh, God didn't talk, just keep quiet, was smiling. And I said the truth. He was talking and bringing evidence. The police people put their hand for head. Said, Jesus. Police shouted. How? So we will have carried an innocent being to prison yard. Okay? What him your the man? He said, no. The man said, I know the talk make you sweet to see the things for grand. The contract na my company na me win am see am. I only call this one. I called the raw one. This one said, now my brother-in-law. The one we go validate this thing to send him brother-in-law to prison, where he don't know anything. He just call and say, I'm going to pay you like this. He said, this word can be wicked. Then I said to him, I said to his wife on phone, him and the wife were talking, I said, do you not see why I told you all? I said, go and get me 120,000. Let me do what I know how to do. Can I tell you the truth? I use the money to give people, they say that prison yard does not, that sumo has spoiled. And some items, give somebody, say, go and buy sumo, give to prison. Unknowingly to me, and unknowingly to everyone, that With time, when this problem grows, it is prison that those against him will be pointing towards. So, it was what was done that closed the prison door, that he didn't enter. Many a times, what is done prophetically might not make sense physically. Hear this, oh. No be everybody you won't help, you are meant to help. Let's share grace. If you like yourself, take this word home. I repeat. Not everybody you want to help that you are meant to help. We are to help people. There's no dispute about it. But no, not everybody you want to help, like you want to help, you are meant to help as you want to help. Many persons today are in the land of the dead. Many are in mortuary. Many are in hospital. Many are in prison because of the help they rendered. As good as help is as important as wisdom. I have an uncle. When they were against his uncle, our uncle's wife, to chase her away, the man was angry to chase her away. He was the one that fought uncle, fought everybody. You can't chase her away. That. Uncle have died, though. That woman he fought for is the one fighting him, spiritually, physically, and otherwise. He's the one that spoiled his name everywhere for what he didn't do. She labeled him evil for what he didn't know. So if he will have known that in years to come, this woman will have given him the pain you can never explain or imagine, he will have allowed them to drive her away. Many a times, the people you fight for are those that will naked you tomorrow. I will teach you something on Sunday. Hello? Would you like to learn something on Sunday? I will teach you something. I will teach you something. I will just use a prison word to paraphrase it. That there are people that follows you at a time to stream to go and fetch water. Don't carry the most useful needed pot with them to the stream. Carry another pot to go and fetch the water. Why? Carrying that quality pot with them, they may get to a point, I see something, they drag them, they fall, they come hit your own hand, your pot fall. Their real intention is to break your pot because they know the value. Now they start their falling. Now they still put their hand to fall your pot. The original intention is to break your pot, not that. So when you are going to the stream to fetch water with them, carry the pot that if it breaks, no problem. As good as accompanying, somebody accompanying you to the stream is as needful of knowing who is accompanying. Let's share the grace. With the grace of Allah. With the grace of Jesus Christ. The love of God. Rest about with us now forever. Amen. Surely. Amen. Praise God. Hear this. As we have shared grace, hear this.